there's somebody out there, because we got another positive note.
Sure.
There's a young kid who's thinking they're going into law enforcement.
Yeah.
And they're looking at you
Yes.
and they're going, huh,
Yeah.
why would you pick Sheriff's Department
Sure.
over
Any other agency?
See.
I will tell you, there's so many reasons why you should choose the sheriff's office. Here's what I found. Now here I come from a medium-sized city in the United States, St. Paul. But I had boundaries, geographic boundaries within that city. Okay, so my ability, regardless of how far up the chain of command I went or what leadership position I had, my boundaries were the geographic boundaries of that city. Okay, that's where my influence and my authority ended, which is great. Okay, as sheriff, you have the entire county. We touch 17 different cities, and we have full law enforcement authority to assist in many activities. We also then touch neighboring counties where we have the authority to come and help those sheriffs. We don't have to go get special powers or any of those other things. The state has provided those under our Constitution. So our ability to affect internally in our county and externally to the counties adjacent to us is unique in law enforcement. So that part in and of itself is exciting. Just the geography, the way that you get to move in and about your community is amazing. That in and of itself, great. Second, the different aspects of criminal justice that you get to touch. Instead of a normal police department where you deal with patrol issues and investigative issues, those are the primary functions. Here we are doing all of those things, all the patrol, investigation, major investigations, whether they're touching federal offices or local offices, multiple agencies, you get to do that. You, as I mentioned earlier, you serve on the waterways. We have 18 miles of Mississippi River running through Ramsey County. We are the lead agency to oversee that. Not to mention the dozens of lakes in our county. We're responsible, so we got lakes and trails and parks that we deal with. And then we do courts. We also have detention. Plus, as I said, all those multiple investigations. So at every level, we can do what any other law enforcement agency can do, except we can do it exponentially in so many other ways. What I like about this is that men and women, based on where you are in your life, if you're saying, hey, you know, I want to raise my family, but I kind of want a Monday through Friday job, they would say, Sheriff, could I work courts for the next 4 or 5 years till my kids get into school? Absolutely. So they go serve in courts, and it balances their family life. They don't have to worry about rotating schedules and all those other kinds of things. You know, so I mean, whereas in St. Paul Police Department, you just work on it. You're going to work patrol, rotating days off, different shifts, and you just figure it out on how your family stuff is going to work because there aren't options for those kinds of things. So again, it's another thing where I feel like we have opportunities based on where you are in your life to find a shift in some duties that are going to be consistent with where you are and what you want to achieve. If you like law enforcement, then you should choose the Sheriff's Department because your options are so much greater.